Hi, friends. Welcome to the Bible in an Hour. I'm Ada, and I am so excited you're here today because we are going all the way back to the very beginning, the beginning of everything. Today, we're diving into the story of creation from Genesis 1 through 2:4. This is the story of how God created the heavens, the earth, the oceans, the sky, animals, people, and even the day of rest. And don't worry, I'm going to make it easy to follow along, fun, and super simple to understand. So grab a comfy seat, maybe a cup of tea, and let's go on this amazing journey together. We're starting with Genesis 1 verse 1, which says, "In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth." Can you imagine it? Nothing existed at first. No stars, no moon, no sun, no oceans, no trees, no animals, no people. Just empty space and darkness. It must have felt so quiet, like the calm before anything even existed. But then something incredible happened. The Spirit of God moved across the surface of the waters. And then God said, "Let there be light." And suddenly, light appeared. The darkness was gone, and light filled everything. Genesis 1 verse 4 says God saw that the light was good, and He separated the light from the darkness. He called the light day and the darkness night. And that was the very first day. Think about it for a moment. The first day ever, light piercing through darkness. The first cycle of day and night. I love imagining what that must have been like, seeing the first rays of light stretch across everything. It's a reminder that God brings order, and even the tiniest light matters in a dark space. On the second day, Genesis 1 verses 6 to 8 tells us, "And God said, 'Let there be a vault between the waters to separate water from water.' So God made the sky and separated the waters above from the waters below. And God called the vault sky." Again, God looked at what He had done, and He said it was good. I love this part because the sky is something we see every single day, but it's part of God's creative design. It's like a beautiful ceiling above the world that holds clouds, lets the rain fall, and eventually gives space for birds to fly. And God made it perfectly, and He looked at it and said, "That's good." Then came the third day. Genesis 1 verses 9 to 13 says God said, "Let the water under the sky be gathered to one place, and let dry ground appear." And it happened. God called the dry ground land, and the gathered waters He called seas. And God saw that it was good. But God didn't stop there. Next, He said, "Let the land produce vegetation, seed-bearing plants and trees on the land that bear fruit with seed in it." And just like that, plants and trees appeared all over the earth. Grass grew, flowers bloomed, herbs spread, and trees of every kind appeared. And all of them had seeds so life could continue. And God saw that it was good. Can you picture it? The earth covered in green, the colors of flowers popping up, tall trees, short trees, fruit trees. God was filling the earth with beauty, food, and life, and He looked at it all and said, "That's good." This is such a cool reminder that God's creation isn't just about making things. It's about making things that flourish and continue on. On the fourth day, Genesis 1 verses 14 to 19 says God made lights in the sky to separate the day from the night. He made the sun to govern the day, the moon to govern the night, and He put the stars in the sky. And God saw that it was good. The sun, the moon, and the stars weren't just for light. They were for signs, for seasons, for days and years. Imagine looking up at the sky for the first time and seeing the sun rise, the moon glow at night, and stars sparkling across the heavens. It's incredible to think God designed all of this with purpose. And I love how intentional God is. Everything He makes has meaning and function. On the fifth day, Genesis 1 verses 20 to 23 says God said, "Let the waters teem with living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth across the vault of the sky." And so, God created the sea creatures and the birds, each according to its kind. Big fish, tiny fish, colorful fish, amazing birds that soared high, and birds that stayed closer to the ground. And God blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful and multiply." And God saw that it was good. I love imagining the first fish swimming in the ocean, the first birds taking flight. Can you imagine what the world sounded like? The first bird songs, the splashes of water as fish moved around? And God looked at it all and said, "That's good." It's like He was smiling at the world He made, delighted with every little creature. Then came the sixth day. Genesis 1 verses 24 to 31 says God made the land animals, wild animals, livestock, and creatures that move along the ground. And God saw that it was good. But he wasn't done yet. He said, "Let us make mankind in our image, in our likeness, so that they may rule over the fish of the sea and the birds of the air, over the livestock and all the earth." So God created humans in his own image. He created a man and a woman, blessed them, and told them to fill the earth and subdue it. He gave them everything they would need to live: fruit, grains, vegetables, and green plants for food. And Genesis 1 verse 31 says, God saw all that he had made, and it was very, very good. The creation of humans is special because God didn't just make people to exist. He made them to reflect him, to care for the world, and to enjoy life. And I love that God sees us as good and full of purpose from the very beginning. Finally, on the seventh day, Genesis 2 verses 2 to 3 says God had finished his work and rested. He blessed the seventh day and made it holy. God models rest for us, not because he was tired, but to show us that rest, reflection, and appreciation are important parts of life. Creation has a rhythm, and so should we. Now let's reflect a little. Think about the order of creation: light, sky, land, plants, stars, animals, humans, and rest. What does it tell you about God? How does seeing creation this way make you feel about the world around you? I love that God creates with care, detail, and love. Every part of creation has a purpose, and we are part of that beautiful plan. Thank you so much for spending this hour with me exploring the story of creation. I hope you enjoyed imagining the first week of the world, from light piercing through darkness to the first humans and the first day of rest. Next time on the Bible in an Hour, we'll continue our journey through Genesis and talk about Adam and Eve, the first humans living in the garden. If you loved this episode, share it with a friend, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to the Bible in an Hour for more stories from the Bible in a way that's easy to understand, fun, and meaningful. Until next time, remember, the world around you is full of wonder, and it's all part of God's amazing plan.